Sure. Brad, just the spring was kind of your first taste of, a meaningful working towards a starter's role. What has this fall been like? How have you kind of improved from where we saw you in the spring to now?
Really, I've improved on my speed, and getting to know the playbook and getting to know it faster. Really just homing in with the guys, getting used to being out there with the starters. So that's really what I've been focusing on this summer going into this fall.
And Anthony, we've seen you working linebacker, some at the Hog too. But when you were recruited here, did you know like the primary position was going to be linebacker with some moving around? Did you think you were going to play DB? Just kind of walk us through maybe what your expectations were when you got to Arkansas.
I knew that they was gonna let me be versatile just to help the defense, just with my experience of playing different positions, and so I knew that coming in, like T. Will was gonna move me around. I was gonna be with Coach Wood some, Coach T. Will some, and so that's what I like to do. I feel like I have a lot to offer in that aspect, and I can help the team in those aspects.
You had done so much as a DB previously in your career. What's it like in the box for you? Is it a big change, the increase in physicality?
Definitely, because now instead of just getting off blocks by receivers, you got to get off, 300-pound linemen trying to come block you and stuff. And so it's just a different technique. You got to use your hands more in the box and, just be more under control and, your eyes, you got to see pulls and different things. But, it's a big difference, just the technique. But Coach T. Will has been doing a very good job of just, teaching me how to use my hands, teaching me how to, play linebacker.
Hey, Brad, Marcus Woodson was in here the other day and said linebacker is basically the deepest position on defense. You guys lost so many guys in the portal. How's it you turned around so quick and now linebacker is a position of depth?
I feel like T. Will did a good job going and finding those guys we needed for the missing puzzle going into the portal, and all the freshmen, me, Alex, Carson. I feel like we had to step up to the plate a little bit more. So I feel like we really took that personal going into this fall, becoming like the strongest depth on the team. We really homed into that.
We've seen some looks, I guess, where they had four you guys out on the field at the same time, and you fly down close to the line of scrimmage. You doing the buck and the mint front stuff. I guess just talk about some of those different looks that you guys are showing with the four linebackers, and then of course the mint front.
Yeah.
Also, your role, maybe getting after the quarterback a little bit more.
Naturally, I feel like I'm a pass rusher at heart, so I think T. Will kind of keyed in on that. That's our 3 down, so I probably go down there. Me and Nico switch out here and there, so I feel natural on the edge. So that's pretty where I'm gonna hit home at.
I think it's nice just to be multiple on defense, just as multiple as like people on offense. You want to be able to get different looks. The thing about T. Will, he's aggressive. I like to say that he plays offense on defense. Like we're going to attack the quarterback, we're going to attack you, not just sit back and let you attack us. And so just me being able to play the same. I played that same defense kind of at Utah State when we played Iowa. I played the same position, had a lot of success, and just being able to play money and just being able to have all us move around and just give different looks and let us be able to play to our strengths.
Who gave you the nickname Swiss Army Knife? And it's a good one. And also Larry Worth is kind of moving around, kind of similar to doing stuff that you're doing. Also, your thoughts on him?
Man, he Coach Woods, he one day he just came down the sideline just talking about Swiss Army knife. And so that's where that kind of came from. But man, yeah, Larry a freak, man. Like it's crazy. Like we in the same lift group and just like the numbers that he can put up at being 6'4" and the way he could bend and move and sprint and things of that nature. I mean, he just a freak of nature. And he's also a very good ball player.
What are you guys seeing from Sorey in terms of, he's an older guy and has been another SEC program. Kind of what are you seeing from him as far as starting in there and maybe leading the group a little bit?
I feel like he brings a lot of knowledge to the room. Like, he been around a bunch of ball, especially from Georgia. So he brings some things or two that we maybe don't know. So he really helped me a lot when it comes down to like formation plays. He'll probably show me something that I really didn't really notice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like Sawyer, like he said, brings a lot of knowledge to the game. Sawyer is one of those guys. Like when we sit in meetings, he catch things and stuff, and it helps us all learn just because he see things from a different perspective, especially being at Georgia and being around other great linebackers in that room too. So he just brought that over here to us, and it's been helping us all.
I guess maybe from a physical standpoint, at that position, what do you like about his skill set?
And his lateral speed, he got a lot of lateral speed on him. He's very mobile in the box, so he has good eyes as a backer too. I feel like he brings that to the room.
So Sawyer, he's another one of those guys that I think a lot like Larry, he's just a freak athlete. Can jump at the gym. Hit 21, 22 mile per hour, and his lateral speed, like he said, like he moves different. You know what I'm saying? He's not a normal. He look kind of like a little alien out there.
Alien, is that okay? And then I think I got so you started Arkansas State, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you go to Utah State. And then being an in-state kid, did you ever think you'd be a Razorback? And just how big a deal is that to you? And kind of what's this journey been like for you? Being at your different places.
Yeah, man, I've always dreamed of being a Razorback. Unfortunately, I didn't get that chance coming out of high school, but I didn't let that deter my dream. So I just took a different path, and it all worked out on God's time and not my time. And so I'm here when I'm supposed to be here, and I'm glad to be here and make the most of that opportunity.
Brad, I'm curious what you think about Bradley Shaw, the freshman. What have you and your impressions of him so far?
Bradley Shaw, he came in as a freshman, made a big impact. Most freshmen don't get to play as much when they first come in. I feel like he's one of the ones that get to play their freshman year. So I feel like he's gonna bring a lot of help to the defense this year. He got a lot of speed on him. If it naturally became my buddy, me and him got the same name, Brad. So I really just yeah.
And then a couple other guys, Carson Dean and Alex Sanford, that came in with you. Where have you seen them grow the most since last year?
Carson and Alex, man, I feel like those guys, they really homing in as much as me. We all getting the same knowledge from T. Will in the same room, then at the same time, same class. So I feel like we all really just get it all together. We all grew with our speed, our IQ, football IQ, and just realizing offense formation more faster and just getting the defense.
Anthony, how have you grown the most since you were a kid coming out of high school? Not with the offers of Arkansas and stuff like that, but you're here now. Where has you developed the most to get to this point?
Man, I just say my knowledge, and just physically. I mean, of course, like you step into a program and you just, get to eat and lift weights and just being in a strength program, you're gonna grow physically. But my knowledge, I done been around a lot of great coaches at Arkansas State, Utah State, and now here. But through that whole process, you get to pick, different defensive coordinators and defensive coaches' minds, and you just learn a lot of things, and you get to see other people's perspective and on things. And so I say that's one of the biggest things that helped me is because like some of the things I learned, like I can kind of tell T Will how I see things, and it's like okay, I learned that from another DC perspective. He might not have looked at it that way or something. It just helped him too, just become a better D coordinator, help me become a better player. So.
Guys got the second scrimmage tomorrow. Just wonder what y'all are looking for out of that. How'd you think the first one went, and then what are you looking to build on for this one?
Really just coming out more faster as a defense. Last scrimmage, we kind of picked up on this slow late game. So our number one goal tomorrow is to come out fast, start off playing fast and hard.
Yeah, I would agree with Brad. Just come out and start playing fast. Be detailed. In the scrimmages, you want to play fast and be physical and cut it loose, but you also want to be detailed. You want to take all the practices that we had and be able to come out and be real crisp and clean and not have too many penalties.
So we saw you moving Sorry on one of the reps during fastballs. I'm wondering how you feel your knowledge of the defense is.
Yeah, I'm getting to know the defense real well, so I'm knowing all the pieces to the puzzle. So if I see one thing, I'm gonna just put it in place, So, and no, sorry, not knowing the playbook for because I've been here for 2 years, so I'm pretty familiar with the playbook. So he might just have a few brain farts, and I'll just be that one linebacker to put him where he needs to be.
That was a great job.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.